Hey everyone, welcome to another daily devotional in the book of Psalms. And today, together with you, I would love to look at Psalm 112. But before we do that, let me talk to you about the theme of this psalm. And the theme of the song is all about generosity and showing generosity to others. Now, you may think that may be strange because why would we want to talk about generosity in the middle of a crisis? But to me, that's exactly the reason why we do need to talk about, because it doesn't come naturally to us. It doesn't come naturally to think about other people in a moment where we may be attacked or feel like we need help. But I can tell you, for me and my family, over this crisis, we've been blessed over and over and over. People dropping off food, people dropping off toys and gifts, people dropping off things to do for my children, and even somebody dropped off a hula hoop for us. We've just been blessed over and over. And for us as a family, generosity is a big deal for a couple of reasons. And the first one is truly also the hardest part about generosity, because generosity requires us to give up control. You see, if you're like me, I like to control as much as I possibly can. And so I try to hold on to things as tight as I possibly can to make sure that I have control. But when that happens, it makes it really difficult for God to bless us when we are trying to hold the reins. But what generosity does, when we show goodness to other people, it helps us to slowly open that fist and open our hands so we can truly receive God's blessing. The other part that is important about generosity to remember is that it doesn't really matter how generosity is showing. Sometimes we think I can only be generous if I have a lot, if I am rich and famous, but that's not true. Actually, the people that blessed me the most in my life, sometimes it was just a little thing, maybe a little postcard, a phone call, a little encouragement in a time of need. That's all it took. And I think we all, when we look at it, we all have time, talents, and treasures that we can be generous with. The other thing that is important about generosity is actually a selfish reason, because it helps us to focus away on our own problems and focus on other people. So when we're generous, it actually helps our inner being, our own psychology, not to think about our own issues and things that we're dealing with, but to focus on others. And so I want to encourage you today through this Psalm 112 to live a generous life. And so this is what it says. It says, "Praise the Lord. How joyful are those who fear the Lord and delight in obeying in his commandments. Their children will be successful everywhere, and an entire generation of godly people will be blessed. They themselves will be wealthy, and their good deeds will last forever. Light shines in the darkness for the godly. They are generous, compassionate, and righteous. Good comes to those who lend money generously and conduct their business fairly. Such people will not be overcome by evil. Those who are righteous will be long remembered. They do not fear bad news. They confidently trust in the Lord to care for them. They are confident and fearless, and they can face their foes triumphantly. They share freely and give generously to those in need. Their good deeds will be remembered forever. They will have influence and honor. The wicked will see this and be infuriated. They will grind their teeth in anger. They will slink away, their hopes thawed." So I hope that you find a way, a simple way, one step to be generous today.